Hey everybody, my name is Clifford Stumpman. I'm the Pop Song Professor. Welcome to 21 Pilots Tuesdays, the day of the week when we explain and talk about a 21 Pilots song. Speaking of which, getting ready for next Tuesday, guys, go ahead and comment a 21 Pilots song that you want to hear me explain next week and then upvote the ones that you like. Today we're going to be talking about Trees by 21 Pilots, and before we get into that, I do want to say a quick thank you to all my patrons. You guys mean the world to me. You're wonderful. Thank you for helping make this video possible. I made a new end screen just for you guys. And today we have Jason Hink and 119 other people, and a lot of people who replied and a bunch of other people who commented this song. So thanks everybody for suggesting songs last week and for making this possible. And yeah, I think it's time to get into it. I want to preface this by saying that Trees is a super powerful song, and it's like Tyler says in this really cool video out there, it's like part 2 21 Pilots Vessel track by track calm. You should definitely look it up. But he talks about how this is one of the few songs on Vessel, if not the only song, I think it's one of the few, that doesn't have resolution. It doesn't have an ending, and it just leaves with kind of this question hanging in the air. We're going to get into like what that question is, what it means for us, and all this other good stuff as we get deeper into the lyrics. And I'm also going to say that Trees has special significant meaning to me too. Tyler talks about in that interview how he'll sometimes do weird things, like he'll go into the trees or the forest and he'll look for truth. And essentially, if you look into the lyrics, we're going to talk about it, I think he's looking for God. And it's honestly, I haven't gotten into the trees. It was more of a soccer field, but it's something that I've done before where I'll go out there and I'll do what he did, and I will yell, and I have yelled and said, like, God, where are you? Show yourself to me. And most of the time, I'll feel like I get an answer. For Tyler here, he doesn't say whether he gets an answer or not. It's just about that feeling of questioning about where is God and where is he in relation to me. And so this song is really powerful personally, and I'm sure that a lot of you guys feel the same way. Probably the reason that so many of you requested it. You probably also know that it's the song that they always end their concerts with. There's definitely some special significance to that, especially that they leave their concert on a question. Now, it's just a huge 21 Pilots theme to make you want to ask questions, or to make you feel the need to ask questions and to not give all the answers, but to kind of just talk about their personal experiences and to prompt you to go and ask your own questions. And so to end their concert on a question is just so appropriate. But yeah, so the song explanation is all about you guys, and let's just get into it. So in verse 1, he says, I know where you stand, silent in the trees, and that's where I am, silent in the trees. Now, who is this person he's talking to? I'm going to pretend like I didn't say God earlier. There are some theories that he's talking to somebody in a relationship or somebody who has social anxiety, like they say that he does. Which why are they hanging out in the forest? It's a little bit weird. The trees just make it sound so much more symbolic and so much more like almost mythical, like there's something deep happening here. They kind of set this tone in this place, in this setting. By the way, setting's a fancy English word that you guys are probably familiar with, just meaning like the place where the story is happening. And I think that the setting plays a huge role in this. And how does he set the setting? Well, he just refers to the trees, and he doesn't even call it the forest. It's just the trees. And so I always imagine sort of this like grassy field almost with like a few trees sticking up here and there, and there's a deeper forest, and then there's the rest of the field over here, and it's almost like he's kind of venturing into just the edge of those trees, and it's like he doesn't want to go deeper than the forest, which is why I think he refers to himself in the trees standing cowardly, like he doesn't want to go deeper, he just wants this proof or this answer. And then he asks, why won't you speak where I happen to be, silent in the trees standing cowardly? So why won't you speak? Who is this other person? Why won't they talk? And I really do think that this other person is God. At least when I looked at these lyrics, I was like, that he's describing what I've done when I've gone searching for God. And there weren't trees around there, but it was a field. I could see trees like on the hill. So why won't you speak? And I think that's a big question that a lot of people have, is if God's real, why doesn't he just come and hang out with us? Like, why doesn't Jesus just take on the flesh again and like show up at a soccer game, or come and like hang out right over here in this chair while I'm making these videos? You know, like, why can't he be here hanging out with me? Like, if he loves me, why isn't he here for me? I think it's a big question for a lot of people. And I don't want to give answers here either, because I'm going to go kind of with the book of Job here. And the book of Job, Job was having a pretty bad time. His life was kind of turning upside down, and his 3 friends kind of came along and they're like, hey, we totally understand how God works. This means that you are doing something wrong, and so you're being punished, obviously. And Job's like, you idiots, I haven't done anything wrong. And God kind of got mad at everybody for thinking that they knew how he worked. And so I don't want to venture too much into these answers, but I do know that if you ask these questions of like, God, why are you here? Why are you not hanging out in my chair? Where are you in the trees? And if you ask that question long enough and you really want the answer, I think that he will give it to you. The chorus is pretty powerful, and it's probably so powerful largely because the music is so powerful. Just what Tyler Joseph has created is beautiful. He says, I can feel your breath. I can feel my death. I want to know you. I want to see, I want to say hello. Gosh, it almost makes me tear up just to hear that. I can feel your breath, like you're almost there. I know that you're close to me, and I can't see you, but I can just feel your presence, and I can feel my own death, and I know that I'm human and I'm mortal, and I can kind of feel my own mortality, but I want to know you. I want to know you, not, I don't think we usually say, like, I want to know people, and when we say that we mean, like, as acquaintances, but I think he wants to intimately know him, like, as a friend. He wants to say hello. To be able to say hello to the God of the universe is a frightening thought, but if we weren't made for anything else, if we don't want that, what else is there to want as humans? And there he is at the end of the song. He just says hello a lot of times, and it's just him saying hello and waiting for God to say hello back, I think. It's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. I think I have a hard time finding songs that just strike that chord in me that says, like, this is something truly good and beautiful. Like, this is the true form of art. Like, this is something that touches, like, the soul. It's not just something that makes you feel a certain way. It's not just something that makes you think a certain thought. Like, it touches that deepest part of what it means to be a human. It, like, strikes a chord with who I feel like I am, not just as Cliff or the pop song professor or a college instructor or a husband or a son or a brother, but as a human. And I feel like it's something that connects me with everybody else. And maybe that's why it's so powerful at the end of their concerts. Maybe it just is this universal human longing. Maybe some people have repressed it. And maybe at these concerts for 21 Pilots, everybody just feels connected in that moment. Sounds about right. Whew. Such good stuff. Such good stuff. So, could Trees be about something else? Could it be about meeting somebody else or talking to another person? I think that a poet, in this case, or a lyricist, if it were meeting a actual physical person, I think the song would have a more physical feel. Instead, this sort of has this mythical, epic feel. And honestly, if you've really listened to the song, if you've really thought about it, and if you've really felt it, is there any doubt that it's not about something bigger than social anxiety or meeting somebody at the edge of the forest to hang out? Can you not feel the depth of this song? Can you not feel that there's something greater happening here? It's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like I say it's crazy as a way to mask just how deep it makes me feel. It's kind of like me saying, you know, there's like this door to like deeper in me, and I'm going to just say it's crazy just so we can kind of skip past that door, you know? Just kind of summarize it real quick, not have to worry about it. And so that's where I'm going to end for today, guys. You know, this was not a downer, but I think it was deep. And I think that I really enjoyed talking about this with you guys, more so than I've enjoyed talking about a lot of songs. A lot of songs don't make me feel this way, and I'm really glad to share this moment with you guys. And as always, I'd love to continue sharing it with you. So I'd love to hear what you think about Trees, why it touches you, why 130 and more of you guys voted for it. What's so powerful about it to you? So hit me up, and don't forget to comment a 21 Pilots song for us to do next 21 Pilots Tuesday. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Talk to you later.